We wake up to the gentle glow of our smartphones. Before we open our eyes, our minds are already scanning headlines, tweets, and notifications. A morning coffee and a quick scroll through the news has become routine. It feels normal, an ordinary way to start the day. But somewhere between those photos and updates, something subtle is happening to our brains. It's not just fatigue or stress. Scientists warn that the endless novelty and dopamine loops built into digital apps are quietly eroding our focus. In one study, researchers likened our minds to being trained to seek constant novelty and instant rewards through dopamine-driven feedback loops. In other words, every swipe or tap delivers a tiny hit of surprise, like a slot machine rewarding us just enough to keep playing. Over time, our brains begin to expect the next swipe to be more thrilling than the last, chasing that next dopamine hit. Each new piece of content must outdo the one before, or our attention wanders. Imagine walking along a forest trail that never ends. Infinite scroll offers no clear stopping points, no resting place. Instead, it's an endless buffet of new stimuli. Our brains adapt to this pattern, literally rewiring themselves. Neuroplasticity means every habit carves a path in our neural map. As one analysis puts it, the brain's neural pathways are formed by repetitive behaviors. So if we scroll on the couch every evening, the brain essentially carves a new trail leading directly to the phone next time. The less we pause, the stronger that path becomes. Smartphone and social apps are designed around this principle. The algorithms behind our favorite apps are practically sculpting our minds. For example, one review notes that TikTok's endless For You feed can promote desensitization and shortened attention spans. Each video autoplays into the next. There's no pause, no fade to black. Just one stimulating clip rushing into another. As a result, instead of focusing on a single idea, we drift through fragments. Consciously or not, we reinforce the habit of jumping from topic to topic, context to context. Meanwhile, the very way we share and consume information has shifted. Traditional learning and deep reading are giving way to bite-sized content and memes. We tweet jokes and share images instead of paragraphs. Researchers are beginning to notice the trade-offs. One study observes that living in a meme-driven microculture conditions our brains to expect shallow, brief, rapid bursts of information. Students who scroll meme after meme say long paragraphs now feel alien and exhausting. The playful lingo and abbreviations of internet slang often seep into everyday writing and speaking, subtly eroding the clarity and sophistication of our language. In effect, the short bursts of online content are replacing the depth and vocabulary of older learning styles. All of this happens in an economy built on attention. Every app and platform vies for a slice of our gaze. Companies offer us free videos, social media, or games in exchange for the most valuable thing of all, our time and focus. Advertisers pay fortunes for seconds of our eyes. In the attention economy, each moment we spend is literally a transaction. We browse, like, and scroll, unwittingly bidding away our attention for the right to see another video or ad. When the sale is done, all that's left are our scattered thoughts. What does this endless cycle leave us with? Many people end the day feeling foggy. By afternoon, the mind feels fuzzy and on edge. Anxiety can rise with every notification. Simple tasks that once were easy now feel heavy. Reading an article, solving a problem, or even having a conversation can require enormous effort. Psychologists have dubbed this overload brain rot. They describe it as cognitive overload and emotional numbness, brought on by overconsumption of low-quality content. Our ability to concentrate and remember begins to slip. We lose patience for anything that isn't immediately rewarding. Books gather dust, and long-term projects lose their appeal. Yet neuroscience also offers a ray of hope. Neuroplasticity works both ways. The same quality that lets our brains adapt to distraction also means they can adapt back. Habits can heal. Research shows that deliberate breaks from screens can actually strengthen our focus. One systematic review found that intentional digital detox practices improved attention span, reduced stress, and even heightened self-reflection. In other words, if compulsive scrolling builds a neural habit, then mindful unplugging can retrain the brain in the other direction. So what might gentle solutions look like on an ordinary day? The good news is they don't require a high-tech fix or drastic measures. We can start with tiny rituals that reintroduce real pauses. For instance, resist reaching for the phone first thing in the morning. Instead, let your eyes wander out the window or linger on a book page before plunging into your inbox. During meals, try placing your phone in another room, Give your mind a real break, even for 5 minutes. Physical cues help too. Perhaps set your phone to grayscale or silent at night, so each notification ping is less jarring. We can also seek activities that reward the brain in a healthier way. Practice a minute of focused breathing or meditation. Even simply watching your breath for a short time can steady a racing mind. Engage in slow hobbies. Write in a journal, sketch with pencil, play music, or go for a quiet walk outside. Notice how the trees and sky shift as you walk. These activities give us genuine, sustained satisfaction, a steadier kind of dopamine, without the harsh peaks and crashes that our screens deliver. Another key is environment design. Curate your feed and your space so that it encourages focus. Consider keeping distracting apps off your main screen or using simple timers to limit social media sessions. You might decide to check the news only at set times rather than letting it pop up all day. Every choice to read a full article instead of skimming a headline or to talk with someone face-to-face instead of texting steers your brain back toward depth. It's like pruning a garden. We're not uprooting technology entirely, just trimming the overgrowth so sunlight and attention can reach the rest. Importantly, none of this is about punishment or total avoidance. It's about balance and self-awareness. Notice the urge to check your phone and simply sit with it for a moment. You don't have to scold yourself for scrolling. Just be curious about what it feels like. Those tiny pauses can be powerful. Even tech designers are acknowledging this. Some apps now include gentle nudges, things like, "Are you still watching?" or recommended break reminders to help us pull back from the edge of the feed. But you don't need fancy features to pause. Each time you look up from the screen, take a deep breath, or choose the real world over the virtual one, your brain quietly says, "Thank you." In the quiet after the storm of apps, something shifts. Our thoughts can stretch out long again, like shadows returning at sunset. Maybe tomorrow morning, instead of diving into your feed, you'll linger over the first sip of coffee or the opening line of a poem. In that gentle silence, your mind finds a breath it didn't know it was holding. We end not with grand proclamations, but with a simple invitation. Try one small change. Close the laptop and feel the world steady beneath you. Turn off a notification and feel the tension ease. Sit with your thoughts for a minute without reaching for your phone. These moments might seem ordinary, but in our busy world, they're revolutionary. As you drift into the next day, let this be a quiet reminder. Your mind deserves calm. In the stillness, your brain remembers its depth and clarity. When the digital noise falls away, even for a moment, you may find yourself thinking again, feeling again, being truly present. It's there, in that small space of quiet, that we begin to reclaim the focus and wonder we often lose in the scroll.